Hey VIPs, long time no see, like in person. Super excited to pop in today. I realize it's been a really long time since you've seen my face in a live in here, probably since summer. Too long. So I wanted to pop in today because I took this printable interactive calendar that's here on the board that you can see, and I turned it into a digital activity for your students that you can share via Google Drive. You can put it in Google Classroom. You can just send parents the link, send them a PDF. They can make a copy and do it with their kids at home. So it's a great way in these crazy times right now with virtual learning, distance learning, for you to be able to do a calendar routine with your students every morning. So what you're going to do, you can do this on, I have my computer sitting in front of me. They can do it on a computer. They can do it on an iPad. My husband let me have his tablet, Samsung tablet. So any device that has access to the internet, that for like the initial download, you can make it available offline after that. Then if you put it in their Google Drive, though, they don't need the internet to use it. I believe that's how it works. But then they just need access to Google Drive and Google Slides, which are free apps in the App Store. So any device that has access to Google Drive and Google Slides, you can use this with them. So come on in. I'm so excited to see all of you. I want to show you all how it works and basically how I took all of these different parts of this calendar, added some in based off of your needs and what y'all told me you needed in the VIP group yesterday, and put them into this digital calendar routine for you. So let's get started. So like I said, you can use it on a tablet, you can use it on a computer, you can use it on a laptop, you can use it on a phone, you can use it on like the old school iPhones. I guess they're not, well, old school to me is like the Shuffle, right? You can't use it on that. So the old iPods that you can have internet access, like the first gen or whatever they were, you can use them on that as well. So anything with internet access that you can get, download the two apps, Google Drive, Google Slides. They are free apps. You can get them that way. So you're going to first, when you download the initial PDF from, I have a hair somewhere tickling my arm, you're going to download the initial PDF from TPT, and what you're going to do with that is it has all of the instructions for you, how to manipulate the pieces, how to get the pieces. It has the link to copy the digital calendar routine into your own Google Drive. I suggest making a copy for you and then making additional copies for each student. It just makes life so much easier when you do it that way. So I have already taken it and downloaded it into my Google Drive, and I have the Google Drive app and the Google Slides app already on my iPad. So I am using an iPad, but again, my husband, I'm not even going to attempt to use his Samsung tablet, because look, it has has the code on it, and I don't even know it. So I'm Team Apple, he is Team Samsung. So he let me use it, and then I wasn't ready when he gave it to me. So all I'm doing is I just opened it up on to my iPad. And you are going to use this in edit mode, not presentation mode. If you try to use it in presentation mode, you're not going to be able to move the pieces. So you want to use it in edit mode. That's the most frequent question I get about digital adaptive work binders and these digital Google Slides things. You have to use it in edit mode to get it to work. So here is what the first slide looks like. Okay. So now in the interactive printable calendar routine, there isn't a good morning, the greeting is. This is something that you could do as the kids walk in the classroom, but this was a request from people in the group that you wanted this in a digital routine. So basically all your kids are going to do is they're going to look at the options. They have high five, fist bump, wave, hug, thumbs up, and a handshake. How do they want to greet you good morning this morning? They're going to tap on the image that they want to use. You're going to see this bar come up. There is no way for me to take this off. It is something in Google Slides. As soon as there is, a way for me to be able to do that, I don't know if there ever will be, I will take it off, but they have to touch it, wait for the black line to pop up, and then they can move it. So this is also a great exercise for them in wait time and digital citizenship and being able to wait and using things appropriately. So high five, if you want to choose something else, you can tap on it, and then put it up into the box up here. If they did something wrong and they want to undo it, again, there's always the undo button at the top. Then they would just move to the second slide. Today I feel, and I put what each of these emoji means underneath. So if they're not sure by looking at them, today I see how if I tried to just move it, it doesn't work. Get it together, Delessi. You have to tap it and move the picture. So maybe I'm happy, but I'm also tired. So they could put multiple pieces in there if they wanted to. You also have, this goes into the month. Okay, so this is where it's going to mirror very closely with the colorings and everything from the printable calendar that you see behind me into this here. What I did do though, because there are people who use this, the printable version in Australia, and I have the months don't match up with the pictures. So I took the pictures off in the digital version so we don't have to worry about that. It's just the word and it's colored. So it is March. And they'll, ooh, that's not good, throwing stuff around. This, they would just move the piece up into there. Then you have the day, and they can make the day. So today is the 23rd. It's really hard to do, not on a table. And there are multiple pieces stacked here. So if it was like the 22nd or the 11th, they would have multiple pieces there to be able to move numbers at the same time. You also have the year, so then they would move the year into it. Then we're moving into the weather, which you can see we have today is month, day, year. There is no calendar like this, only because it would have to be so small to be able to move all of those pieces into a calendar. And students with vision deficits, or even just if they're using a smaller or even like an iPhone, they're not going to be able to see it well. So that's why I did it in that format, because it makes it easier than having like the full calendar and being able to move 30 different pieces. It would be way too small. So I just took that part out and they just move the actual date at the top. So then you're going to go into yesterday is today, yesterday was, today is, tomorrow will be, and you can see the colors match up there. So it aligns with the coloring and everything that you see in the printable. So today is Monday, yesterday was Sunday, tomorrow will be Tuesday. Then you go into the weather today is, and you can see my weather, hopefully maybe you can see my hand, no? The weather today is in blue, and I kept it in blue here. I also, the same with the emojis, I put what the weather is, the word version of it, the vocab word version of it. So today here in Georgia, it is rainy still. 60 days and 60 nights of rain, I'm telling you what. The temperature today is cold, cool, warm, or hot, which align with what goes into the temperature gauge there. Now, if you're having a student check like WeatherBug or something in the morning, and they're doing like the digital, like the number version, I haven't figured out how to put that in here. I easily could. Let me try and figure it out. But I think for now, this will suffice with the needs, the immediate need. So it's not cold, but it's definitely cool outside today. It's a little chilly. So we're going to go into the season. And I did label the seasons here. So it is spring. And then you're going to go into clothes that I can wear today. The one thing that I was asked just a couple of minutes before I went live is if I could put a raincoat and rain boots. I will definitely add that into the main file. So when you make a copy, you will have rain boots and a raincoat to put in here. I think that's perfect because, again, it's been raining here in Georgia for like 60 days and 60 nights. So definitely need a raincoat and rain boots here right now in Georgia. So I will add that. But then you can move multiple pieces in. Whatever you think is appropriate to wear, you just tap it, just like the other pieces, and move it in. Then you're going to go into what you can wear, like what you're currently wearing, the colors of what you're currently wearing. So I put a little shadow picture of like, I'm backwards to me, not to you guys, of what the item is here. So shirt, and then I put the word, and then they're just going to pick whichever color their shirt is. So my shirt today is gray, and move it over top of the shirt. And there are stackable color slots there. So if they're wearing gray on gray on gray, they can put gray across all four if they wanted to. And then, so my pants are black, my socks, this outline one here is for white. And then if they're wearing something else like a sweatshirt or a hat, or you want to ask them what color their shoes are, they can do the color of something other here, which is what I left the last one for. I didn't want to do like underwear. I mean, I've had students who like are obsessed with their underwear and telling me what color their underwear are. Life skills, like things that only happen in life skills, right? But I didn't want to put that in there. So if that's something your students love telling you about, that could go under the other category there too. How many days we've been in school. Again, you have stackable numbers for when you get into the hundreds. And your students can do this at home as well. And then you're gonna get into 2 different piggy banks here at the bottom. I can make the day and change. What that means is the day, so the number of the day, the 23rd of March, today's 23, the number day today is the 23rd, so 23, they're gonna make 23 out of change. But then to take it even one step further, I also made the page to do the days in school in change. So once you get past $1, you're working on that skills there too. So these are the 14 slides that are included in here. If you feel like at any time it's missing something, now I know when I asked in the group, there were a lot of things that y'all wanted added, like addition and things like that. That is not something that is in like this calendar. That would be something in a morning meeting, not necessarily a calendar routine, which is what this is. So if you have anything that goes along with like the calendar routine aspect of this, or you need like another greeting added, I tried to think of all the greetings that students would want to do in the morning. So there are those as well, like a wave, fist bump, I think, what were they all? So I did like a high five, fist bump, wave, hug, thumbs up, and a shake. If your student has a way that they greet you and it's not in here, just send me an email and I can quickly add it into the main file. You'll go in, make another copy of it, and then you'll have the fresh file there that you can access that way as well. Same goes with like the clothing. I tried to cover all of the clothing options that I could think of, but I'm going to go in and add the raincoat and the rain boots. If you think of anything else that needs added here to this page, let me know. And then again, once I update it in my Google Slides file, all you'll have to do is make a new copy from the original PDF that you got on TPT, and you will have it. So it's super, super easy, and then you can just make copies for all of your students. So I see one question here. Are we able to add our own things between slides? Yes, you can. If you don't like the order that I put the slides in, you can change the order of the slides. If you wanted to add more things in here, if you have the digital adapted work binders and you wanted to be able to put those two together, absolutely. You can just copy all of these slides here. It's easiest to do from a tablet, or not from a tablet, from a computer or a laptop. I do recommend editing things that way, unless you're really good on like a tablet. I'm not. I'm much better on a laptop. But yeah, you can just copy the slides and paste them in to make your own, kind of like adapted work binders, the printable ones. You print what you need. You can do that for these as well. So if you want to integrate the digital adapted work binders with this, or put this in another student's digital work binder, you can absolutely do that. You can add your own slides in between here if you wanted to. Yes, make them as individualized as you want. You have all of the options there for you to be able to do that. I have posted this on TPT. It is ready for you. If you have any questions, additional questions, please let me know. I am going to go in and add those 2 other clothing pieces. If you think of anything else, please do send me a message and I can add them in really easily. But again, make sure that they align with like what calendar is, not necessarily a morning meeting. The other thing I did want to let you know that will be happening is I used different icons than what you will see in the calendar mat, as well as what you'll see up here on the interactive board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through and I'm going to update the calendar mats, and I'm going to update the interactive calendar so all of the pieces are the same. Now, if that's not a big deal for you, you're still always going to have access to, I'm going to call it the old file, the old printable files, which is what you see here. I'm not going to reprint them, right? I'm just going to use everything that I have. But if you want them all to align and that works best for your students, you can absolutely do that. Mike and Kira, how do you go about sharing this with your students once you've purchased it? All of those instructions are in the download. So you're going to download a PDF. It's not even a zip file. Like, you could do it all from your tablet, download the PDF, and all of the instructions are there for you. And then I think it's the 3rd or 4th page is where the link is. It will copy to your Google Drive, and then you will just copy it out to your students and they will have access to it. But again, so you'll be able to, once I finish updating the printable calendar and the calendar mat, they will all have the same icons. If that's not a big deal for you, don't worry about it. But if it is, it's coming. Don't worry about it. Either way, you will have access to both options when the time comes. I'm going to work on it my hardest to try and get it done this week, so that if you want to get them printed before you go back to school and you can put them all together at once, like when your kids come back, you will have that there. So again, any questions at any time, please reach out. I'm going to hop back into the Facebook group. I think tomorrow, I will let you know for sure. I'll do a post, and we're going to prep one of the Elephant and Piggy adapted piece book sets. And then probably Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to read the Jackson and Zoe book, the first one, and then I'm hoping that the second one is here, like the proof, so I can share it with you because I'm so excited about it. But you will see my face in here a couple more times this week. So thank you guys for everything that you're doing for all of your students. And if nobody has told you thank you, I am telling you thank you. Y'all are rock stars. Keep doing what you're doing. And also don't forget to take care of yourself during this crazy time as well. And as always, I'm always here for you. If you need anything, please reach out. Have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll see you soon.